Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with a pick a card reading. This is just going to be messages from your angels, messages that you need to hear right now in this very moment. I'm not exactly sure where this reading is going to take us, but I meditated a little bit and I shuffled the cards and I just said, what is a message that each group needs to hear? What can we look forward to? What lessons are we learning right now? Or why are certain things happening? That's what this reading is going to be about. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Welcome to Wisdom and Light, where we do readings like this one, trending topic readings, monthly horoscopes, and whatever that's going on in the cosmos. Thank you so much for being here. And if you were guided to click on this video, you were brought here for a reason. Now, I do have 3 groups for us, and I just love the number 3. So I chose 3 groups. We have group 1 right here with the labradorite. We have group 2 with moonstone, and we have rainbow moonstone for group 2, and then we have peach moonstone for group 3. So all you have to do is pause this video. Feel free to take a deep breath and center yourself and just go off of what you are being drawn to. It's okay if you choose more than one group. It's okay if you choose group 2, but there's something about the labradorite crystal. Either way, there's a message for you in one of these groups, hopefully. So without further ado, let's begin. So again, feel free to pause this video and pick a group that's resonating, and let's go. Hi guys, so if you chose group number 1, then this message is divinely for you. We have the labradorite crystal. We know the labradorite can really help with intuition and astral traveling. It's really good for dreams. It's good for grounding. It's such an emotionally charged stone, and I love labradorite. If you've chose this crystal, you're probably a water sign, or you just vibe with this, or you're someone that's very whimsical. You love fantasy, you love mystery, because doesn't this kind of look like a dragon egg? There used to be this cartoon show called Dragon Tales, and this looks like the dragon egg that they would use to go to faraway lands and see the dragons. So I just thought that was very befitting. Now I do have some oracle messages. We have about 5 oracle messages, and then I have some tarot. So let's see what your message is, a message that you need to hear from your spirit guides. We have Goddess of Creation. I'm gonna put the crystals right here. We have Goddess of Creation. Your flower oracle is financial healing. You also have emotional healing. And then you have the Journey card. And then I'm going to share with you guys what the tarot messages are after we look and see what is being said to us at this moment right now. What I'm feeling for group number 1, I definitely feel like you guys have been reaching towards the end of a very harsh cycle. I don't feel like it's been easy for group number 1. But I feel that you are at the end of the hardships and the tough roads that you were having to deal with. I feel like you're reaching the end of it. And this is just confirmation that no, this is not going to happen again. This is not going to repeat itself. The financial burdens, the emotional burdens, it's going to be lifted. However, I do feel like some of these things, whatever shortcoming or whatever delay that was here, it was brought up for you to pay attention on what needs to be removed and what needs to be replaced and what needs to be worked on. All that happened that wasn't really the best experience, let that turn into wisdom, because that's exactly what it's going to become to you. You're probably never going to make that mistake again or trust that situation or that person again because of how everything has made you feel. And that in itself is something very powerful, because you can't repeat it again because it has already happened. Now, if you repeat certain things, now, I hate to say this, but there's a harsh message here of now it's starting to become more of a choice. If you know how this is going to end, if you know how this is going to unfold for you. So this is just a friendly reminder that you do have the power to not repeat this. you do have the power to say, I'm going to turn this into something that I will never forget, and I'm going to grow from this, I'm going to learn from this, I'm going to choose differently. This talks about relationships, your money, and how you want things to go. And I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of you are looking into wanting a fresh start, wanting to relocate, wanting to even travel, just to kind of disconnect from the day-to-day. I want to read to you guys The Goddess of Creation, the poem that is here. It basically says, perhaps you may join with like-minded souls to share your message of love, or you may choose to do practical things to help the earth restore her balance, or you may be working towards restoring balance within yourself. Okay? I love that. That's the oracle message. The oracle message here is saying that you do not have to be hard on yourself that some of these things did take place, because it's giving you wisdom. And that's the beauty about life in a way. Even though bad things happen, we learn from those bad things. And then we teach those things to our children so they don't make those mistakes. We teach them to people that are younger so they don't make those mistakes. And sometimes with the youth, they do tend to make mistakes, but that's how they have their own character development. So I want you guys to see this as character development, and not you being hard on yourself that you didn't get it right the first time, or I should have known, I should have done this. It's okay that you didn't know, but now that you do, what should happen? What are you going to do going forward is the question. Because again, anything that you do going forward is a choice that you're making, because now you are aware. You see it for what it is, you are aware. And you know, sometimes, here's the thing, because this is where it's gonna get a little bit, we're gonna talk about it. I feel like the scariest thing, people don't really talk about this because we always hear, put your boundaries up, put your boundaries up, put your boundaries up, put your boundaries up. But there's a fear of the unknown with putting your boundaries up, because if you have grown accustomed to overextending yourself, if you have grown accustomed to doing more than you have to because you don't want to lose that person, you don't want to lose that opportunity, placing boundaries and saying no could make you feel at first like it's difficult in a way, because you have grown accustomed to doing way too much to get so little. Are you guys following me with this? Because I was expressing this to a friend of mine the other day, and I was saying, you know what, I think the scariest thing is putting your boundaries up, because you don't know the reaction that you're gonna get. And more than likely, the reaction that you could get is, oh, well, we're not together anymore, or that's not my friend anymore, or that opportunity is not for you anymore. And you know what? Good. But that feeling of, no, never mind, fuck my boundaries, you can come back, it's okay, let's just go back and forth, I miss you, I love you, I know I said I wasn't going to talk to you anymore, I know I said I was going to do this, but I don't want to lose you, I don't want to lose this. And what about, there's comfort in knowing what you're going to get out of something, even if you know it's going to be bad, even if you know that this is a bad relationship, this is a bad friendship, this is a bad job, you know what to expect. The unknown is when you place your boundaries there and now things are different. It's the fear of, well, what now? I said no to this. I finally pushed this person away. Now I'm single. Now I'm divorced. Now I have to look for other places of employment. I've been so used to saying yes and doing things this way for so long. And now that I've been doing the work and I've been saying no, I have this urge to want to say yes to the bad things because I know how it's gonna go. But the unknown of really walking into my path and doing what's best for me, doing what I need to help me feel better, that's what's scary, because I don't know if I'm going to actually get exactly what it is that I prayed for. But I know I can guarantee that if I call this person, they're gonna show up. As toxic as they are, they're gonna show up. If I go back to that job, they're going to rehire me. Don't be scared to move forward. Don't be scared to place those boundaries. It's a tricky type of thing, because I don't feel like people talk about this enough. We don't talk about how there's this urge to do what makes us comfortable, even though it's not good for us. It's like addiction. And that's what's coming through. So there's a vibe here of needing to move forward. There's a vibe here of taking that chance. So I want to look into your tarot messages. We have Temperance. We have the Three of Swords reversed. A lot of you guys are overcoming some form of a heartbreak or something like that. But the good news is with the Three of Swords reversed, the worst is over. And this is kind of tying into the first message that I said for group number 1. You're not going to go through that again unless you make a decision to take this person back or to do this again for it to happen again. Now that you're choosing differently, or you're being guided to choose differently, everything is going to be different. Temperance says that even though it's a little rocky right now, try to see the silver lining. Even though it's not making sense right now, it will all start to add up. It will all start to fall together in time. Be patient. Because, you know, we have the Tower and then we have the Star card. The Tower is huge, massive destruction. Didn't show up in your reading, but the Tower card normally shows up. Then it's the Star card, praying for hope, being a little optimistic, seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Temperance, I believe it comes right after the Star. Temperance is, it looks like this right now, but we're going to make the best of it. And that's the optimism of Sagittarius, because the Temperance card is a Sagittarius card. Okay, I just want you to know that on your journey, on your path, you are doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. You're actually reaching some form of enlightenment. And there's going to be things, group number 1, that comes back into your life. It's going to resurface again. And as it does, and if you continue to keep saying no to the things that you're supposed to say no to, you will understand why a certain connection, a job, an opportunity, it wasn't actually for you or it wasn't good for you. And this is going to be a sigh of relief. It's scary right now because, again, it's fear of the unknown. But when you actually see it for what it is, when the person takes off the mask, when you really start observing everything, it's just going to be like, wow, this is why I said no, or this is why I wasn't sure to accept their proposal. This is why. And that's just going to give you more confidence that, yes, I made the right choice. Because right now there's a vibe here of, I'm not sure if I made the right choice. I want to go back to that because I'm not hearing anything back. I didn't get the email. I didn't get that text message. I said what I needed to say. I didn't get a response. So some of you have laid it out on the table, or that has been the theme this year, but you're not getting what you thought you were going to get by doing the right thing, by instilling your boundaries. This is the part that they don't talk about. Nothing goes your way in that aspect because that was bad for you. And remember, you put your wall up to protect you from people that are trying to take, because how they were in your life was really to benefit them. It wasn't really to benefit you. So now there's something going on here of higher learning, higher education, evolving, you're growing. I wouldn't stop the process. I wouldn't go back. I would continue to go forward even if you're not sure exactly where you're going. Two of Wands. Yeah, there's a push and pull to do the things that we shouldn't do. But Spirit is saying surrender. When I mean surrender, it doesn't mean surrender to doing the things you know you're not supposed to be doing. It's surrendering to, you may not know how this outcome is going to be because you said no, but it will all end up working out as it needs to. Be still, be patient. And with the 9 of Cups, wishes will be fulfilled during this time. So I'm going to just give you guys a big virtual hug, because again, realizing cycles within yourself that's not good in relationships and friendships, realizing where you go wrong, realizing where the people in question are going wrong, realizing what you have allowed for so long, all of that is very, it can be very overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. It's kind of like, I wouldn't be shocked if some of you are actually considering going to therapy, or you're in therapy, doing shadow work, all of that. This message here is to say that you really are on the right track, and it may feel difficult right now, but it is going to get lighter. It is going to feel better. You are going to understand why some of these things took place. And I'm not saying to forgive or to forget. Now, forgiveness is for you. I need to say that. I'm very big on choosing forgiveness if it means it's going to set you free. But if you're not ready to do that for a specific situation or person, I'm not here to say that you're wrong about that, because I feel that it's different for everybody. I think it's actually toxic to tell people you need to forgive so you need to forgive this person. No, you will do what you need to do when you're ready to do it. However, if you feel that you're ready to let this go for you, then you are setting yourself free from being trapped in that emotion, being trapped in that time and space. I'm not here to tell you you need to forgive it now, but I am challenging you to open yourself up to the possibility of recognizing everything for what it is. Yes, it happened to you. Yes, it wasn't fair. Yes, all of that took place, right? All of that took place. But in this present moment right now, as you're listening to this reading, as I am sitting here with you through time and space to offer this oracle and this guided reading to you, what can you do right now that's going to help you be in a better space mentally? Because we can literally stay here. That's the message here. We can stay here mentally and keep bringing these things back up or going back to what's easy. Spirit is actually not really telling you to not do that. Everything is a free will of choice. But because you already know that didn't work, you have no choice but to go forward because of everything that you know, because of how everything turned out. So this group is a powerful group. This is a strong group. These are, you guys could even be like the oldest sibling, the first child, you guys, or even the last child. There's just something going on here with recognizing your self-worth and how intuitive and how much wisdom you are going to gain because you are making this decision to go forward. Again, forgiveness, that you will know when you're ready to do that. But I do believe that acceptance of what happened needs to take place. Otherwise, you're going to constantly keep living in fear. You're going to constantly keep staying in cycles because you don't know if things are going to get better. Acceptance. And with acceptance, then maybe forgiveness can follow down the line when you're ready to. But I need you all, or the divine needs you all to accept. That's why the hangman is here. It's like it already happened. It happened. It happened. What did you learn from it? What did you gain from it? Find the lessons in that. And sometimes even if you were a victim in something and it's not about learning from something bad that happened to you, has nothing to do with that, but if you are a victim of anything that was very turbulent and it just was not fair, and maybe there is no lesson to learn from wickedness that happened towards you and it was unwarranted. This is I'm hearing your childlike self, your inner child, something that happened in your childhood that you were not able to move past. In this present moment, what can you do now that's going to make your younger self proud of you? What can you do for yourself now that's going to say, you know what, I'm sorry that this happened to you, but the woman or the man that I am today, nobody could ever do that to me again, or that can never be a reality that I'm going to live, and I am stronger than that. And the person that did this or the situation that took place, that doesn't define who I am. Because sometimes if we're not careful, we can stay a prisoner because of what somebody else did. And it takes a lot of strength to move forward, even though you didn't deserve whatever that took place. So the message here is saying that there's a huge blessing that wants to come towards you, but you have to be willing to accept the things that you can't change. You have to be willing to take these steps and start that fresh new chapter, to turn the page. Where are you going now? And that's what I want you guys to be excited about. The excitement should be, yeah, that happened, but I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to move. I'm excited to start school. I'm excited to start music. I'm excited to create. And living in that present moment is going to help you be grateful and then more optimistic about the future. But we can make decisions in the present. That resonated. This was deep. Wasn't expecting it to be this. That time to get into your heart chakra and to open it up and to say, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to move forward. Anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with another one. Bye. Hello guys, if you chose group number 2, this message is divinely for you. You chose the rainbow moonstone. I love that. And if you chose this crystal, you're ready for cleansing, you're ready for intuitive downloads, you're ready for comfort. I love moonstone. Moonstone is just such a whimsical, magical stone. A message that will help you going forward on your journey. We have rising above. Rising above it. Rising above is the first message. Your flower oracle is magnify your intentions. Your next flower oracle also is past life healing. Past life healing. And then we also have yin and yang, balancing. These are your tarot cards that jumped up. I will share with you guys what came out in your tarot messages, but let's start off with your oracle message first, and then we're going to look into tarot and see what's coming in for you guys. Rising above. Freedom, solution, and clarity. The next message, magnifying your intentions. The baby's breath flower. It says here, choose a specific goal to work toward. Your energy may be spread out among too many ideas. Please bring your focus back to the key intention and let your angels help. And then we have the past life healing. This situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past and you bring healing into the present. Something that Spirit showed me is someone that's flying through the clouds, flying because they just discovered that they could. But eventually you're going to want to feel your feet on the ground. Doing too much of something is never a good thing. If you're flying too much, if you're ascending too much, you have to come back down to earth. So this group has been very, very dedicated to healing things of the past. This group has been very dedicated to looking back into their ancestry. So I feel like a lot of you want to get to the root as to why things are happening. And because of that, you're opening up your intuition, you're opening up conversations that maybe certain people in your family or friends or whomever, they don't want to have that conversation, but you're ready to have that conversation. I just feel like you're facing it and you're doing what needs to be done when maybe the people around you are not ready to do that. So the first thing that's coming through here is, as much as you are ascending and you are flying and you are in the clouds, right? So group number 2, your friendship circles, or not even, if it's not friendship circles, what you used to enjoy, that's going to change because you are changing, because you are evolving, because you are doing things a little bit differently, because how it's been, it isn't meshing well with you. As much as I love that you guys are flying high and you guys are enjoying this bliss, remember that too much of a good thing can be bad. And you want to make sure that you have balance. So if you've been doing a little too much shadow work, if you've been listening to too much high frequency music, if you've been consuming too much of something, like let's say you're into psychedelics, or you're into uses of cannabis, it could be doing too much of something. Even though Spirit showed me someone flying, when we love something, when we are happy to do something, I would say it's the same feeling of maybe how it feels to fly, because we love it so much. It's the freedom that I can do whatever I want. This group could be fresh out of high school, in their early 20s, and now you're breaking free from the rules, you're breaking free from the norm. Your friendship group, everything is changing around you because you are changing. Or you could have been in a long-term relationship or a long marriage. Now there's a divorce, there's a separation. You're breaking free. You're wearing that risque outfit. You're dyeing your hair purple or red, or you're free in every sense of the word. But even with freedom, it comes responsibility. You're never too free, because then life is going to reel you back in and remind you that there needs to be balance. So your guides are offering you a warning that yes, even though you are in a new season, you're in a new space, remember to also do things that's going to ground yourself. Remember that you have to also be still, because it's going to help you see and learn things as you go. If you're flying too much, if you're eating too much of this, if you're drinking too much of that, if you're smoking too much of this, you're missing the big picture. You're missing what's happening around you, and you're not going to see all of these people or situations that are actually not really here for you. But because you're moving so quickly, because you are moving on, or whatever the case may be, you may not be able to see it. And there is a warning message here of make sure that you're not spreading yourself too thin. Make sure that you are staying focused on the main goal. Another good example of this is, I'm just going to use this as an example, that whole vibe of like a hot girl summer. And I'm not here to tell anybody how they should be having fun this summer or in the fall or in the winter or whenever you see this reading. You do what you feel is best, just please be safe. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life and have fun. But even with that, partying every single day or every other day, doing too much of something, it invites other energies in that maybe you weren't really trying to get into, but because you've been in that for so long, it opens the door to other things. Okay? That even happens in the spiritual community. That's something that people do not talk about. Yes, you have opened the door towards evolving. Yes, you are looking into joining Ifa. You're interested in Santeria. You're interested in angels, and you're interested in spirit guides. But remember, even that can open portals to other things that could disguise itself as good, but it's actually not good. You won't know that unless you ground yourself. So grounding yourself is as simple as having some self-care days for you, making sure that you are cleaning your space, making sure that you are writing a list and you're checking off everything that you have to do, making sure that you are also committed to your goals and you're being responsible about bills and obligations, making sure that these things are also in line for you. So this is just a friendly reminder that yes, your guides are so proud of you that you have broken free from something. Just remember to balance that out with taking care of you, eating foods that are going to restore your body, drinking a lot of water. Okay? All of this serves a purpose. All of it. So remember to find balance in that. Even when it comes to new relationships, new connections that you could be embracing right now, that also needs some balance too. You might need a day to yourself. Maybe you shouldn't see your boyfriend today. Maybe you need a day for you. Maybe you shouldn't see your girlfriend today. Maybe it's like, you know what, babe, I'm gonna see you tomorrow because I actually have to clean my room and do laundry. I'll text you though. I'll check up on you. I'll call. Something could be going on with doing something too much and it's not healthy. Whatever that popped up in your mind is the thing that your spirit guides are saying to do less of that so you can have some balance and get other things done. This is not to say that a lot of you are in crazy, wild situations, but it's a friendly reminder of, okay, make sure you're also completing this so you can celebrate and have more freedom. Because again, if you make sure that you check off all the things off that list, you're going to have more success. That success is going to manifest into more money. And the more money that you have, the more you'll have access to do this, to do that, to travel, to have more experiences. So that's something that I am getting here from your oracle message. Hence why the yin and yang card is here. And there's never anything wrong with balance. Okay, too much of something is never good. Group number 2. So just remember to even out the playing fields. 9 of Pentacles. The 6 of Wands reversed. So let's get in a little bit deeper. The 9 of Wands. Okay. The 8 of Wands reversed. The Page of Cups. Yep. And then the Knight of Pentacles. Yep. Again, 9 of Pentacles is fertility, blessings, and financial opportunities. 6 of Wands reversed, though, can speak about in the past you were experiencing not receiving thank yous, appreciation, feeling like you're not being recognized for your hard work and all that you have done. Okay, so another thing that I would like to say in this reading, if you feel that you're not getting what you deserve in a certain situation, this is your opportunity to, again, remove yourself from that or start making plans towards freedom and breaking free from whatever that is. So I feel like if you chose this group, you are going to be having that freedom that you've been wanting. It could be financial freedom, it can be freedom of a relationship, it can be anything, whatever that means. That's coming through. Then we have the 9 of Wands, and then we have the 8 of Wands reverse. 9 of Wands is perseverance and protecting yourself and boundaries. And also, again, it's a grounding energy. Even though the Wands card is fire energy, they're protecting itself. And then 8 of Wands reverse. This is another indication of moving too fast, and it can cause a burnout. So again, the freedom, the access to do all that you want, the consuming of too much, it can cause unnecessary burnout. So this is spirit just kind of wrapping their arms around you, showing you so much love, saying how proud they are of you, but also saying, remember to be still, remember to take care of yourself. Page of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. You don't have to rush into anything, whether it be new relationships, whether it be new friendships, new jobs. You don't have to rush the process. Take your time as you go. You will know when it's time to fly. You will know when it's time to be still. Okay, so that's the message that I'm getting. I hope that resonated. I hope that made sense, and I hope that it brought you clarity. Group number 2. I'm super proud of you guys, though, because this is just another indicator that you guys are just doing what is best for you, or you're going to speak up for yourself and do what is best for you. Nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you are, prioritizing time for yourself and not doing too much of something. Okay? Anyways, group number 2s, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in and sitting with me as I pull cards for you guys. This was your oracle message from your spirit guides, a message that you needed to hear. Thank you so much again. Rise above it, but ground and balance yourself, okay? So many things you can do to balance yourself, whatever that looks like to you. But make sure you do it. Make sure you rest in between all the fun that you're going to be having going forward. It's going to help you see things clearer. All right, guys, I love you. Bye. Guys, if you chose group number 3, then this message is divinely for you. You chose the Peach Moonstone. This brings in intuition, fertility, calmness, and security, and protection and stability. Love that you chose this. And these are your cards. So I'm going to start off with your oracle message, and then right here are your tarot messages right here. So I'm going to put the tarot messages here. I have no idea what I chose, but we're going to see what came through. You have the Sacred Earth Mother. It's the first card that showed up for you guys, your first oracle message. Your Flower Oracle is taking the first step. You also receive new beginnings. And your last oracle energy card is Patience. For some of you that have been wondering or waiting, I do feel like it is in your far or near future. I'm saying far because some of you are planning ahead, like long term, and then there's some of you that are actively wanting to build and grow your family. I do feel like for a lot of you, that new beginning, that fresh start into a womanhood, adulthood, manhood, that's here. That is here. So please do not worry about that. If that has been a fear of, oh my God, what if I'm not able to move out? What if I'm not able to get that car? What if I'm not able to become a parent? What if I'm not able to do this, or this? You will be able to do it. So this is just a friendly reminder. Please do not worry. Everything is moving as it needs to. So I want to read to you guys the Sacred Mother. This is heart chakra activation. It says here, this is the message. I want to read it to you guys. It says, we travel the endless corridors of our mind until one day we find a pathway that leads us to our heart. Who you truly are has nothing to do with your personality or your achievements, success, or failures. The you think you are is an actor, playing a role that your soul has chosen. The essence of you is soul, light, with no beginning or end. You are an eternal spark of pure creativity, unlimited potential that yearns to be expressed and fulfilled. Your potential is your destiny. It awaits your call. Trust your heart and apply its love and wisdom to you all and all that you do. In this way, all you create or do will be a true expression of your soul. It is true expressing your truth that you create things of lasting value. Be true to you. Be true to who you are. Now, a lot of you, the oracle message that's coming in is talking about how there have been a lot of moments where you have made decisions for the betterment of your family, for other people, for your relationship. But for the very first time in a long time, you actually get to make decisions for yourself. You actually get to do something for yourself. Now, even though I picked up that a lot of you guys, some of you may want to start a family, right? Some of you guys may want to do that. That's you making a decision for yourself. That's you doing something that you know that's going to make you happy. But some of you are not thinking about, and some of you are not thinking about creating life. You're thinking about starting your life, finally, living your life, finally, doing what you want to do, finally, because it probably hasn't been that. So now that you're here and you're in the space of, I want more for myself, it starts by you taking the first step. That's when it begins. It starts with you saying, enough is enough. I deserve more. I want more for myself. So if you feel I am ready to become a parent because I want more from this life, I want to serve a purpose of bringing life into this world, you have the divine's blessing. That is a message for somebody in particular. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you have the green light to move forward in creating that life that you want. Even if it's not you actually being pregnant, it can be you wanting to, I don't know, I saw a farm. Some of you guys could want to maybe have your own homestead. You want to get your own dog. You want to get your own cat. You just want to take care of a life or nurture something that means a lot to you. You have the green light to do this because this is helping to fulfill a purpose that you have within you. And that's to show love on this earth while you are here. That is one of your divine assignments, to show love and to also receive that love and get it back. I'm proud of all of you for recognizing that something wasn't really giving that to you. But now you're making decisions on, this is what I want for me. This is what's going to make my heart and my soul smile. This is what's going to bring me joy. So Spirit is saying, take that first step, which is the scariest one. But once you take that first step, you keep going until you get to your destination. It only gets a little bit tricky and slippery when you start going backwards out of fear. And that was the message for group number 1. You are actually starting. You're starting to instill boundaries. You're starting to have a new beginning. You're starting to make things happen. Group 1 was more so of in that rut of, did I make the right choice when they did? Whereas with group 3, you guys are more so about, you know what, I think I'm ready for a fresh start. I think I'm ready for a change. The first message that you receive is the hydrangea flower. The first step, it says, breaking down this problem into tiny pieces makes it easy to take the first step. The next message is new beginnings. The banksia flower, it says, take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes, stronger and more determined. But then another oracle message here saying, but hold up, be patient. Patience is needed during this time because this is something that you're making a decision to do right now. So again, circling back to the analogy of pregnancy, just because you made a decision that you want to have a baby or that you want to go out there and get a pet or whatever the case may be, there may be a process to that. Meaning, if you go to the pet store, you see a puppy that you like and you want to buy it, they're going to make you sign paperwork. They're going to put you through certain things before you can just walk out with the puppy. Everything requires patience and time, depending on what it is. So remember, even though, yes, you made that decision, Spirit is saying, do not rush it because you could end up burning out before you even start. This is a big step that you're taking. And again, the pregnancy stuff is just an analogy. This can be, I think I want to be an artist. I think I want to just quit everything and just fall off the grid and create and debut my art. I think I want to be in art museums, or I want to write a book. It starts with you making that decision. A lot of you feel like artists, people that want to create, people that want to maybe even grow things, gardening. This is a very nurturing group. And I just feel that a lot of you have just come to this realization that how you were doing things or how it's been is just not in alignment with who you are and where you're going and what this looks like for you. So Spirit is saying you have the green light to take the first step, to welcome in this new beginning and define what this new beginning means to you. But please be patient with yourself, because remember, all of this new stuff, it takes time. You just planted the seed. You're not going to wake up and see a big tree outside, but you may wake up and see a sprout. And that's progress. So please be patient with yourself. Some of you could be starting a weight loss journey. Please be patient to yourself. You're not going to go to the gym and see progress the next day. You're going to feel that pain though. And that sucks because, you know, I know what it's like to be like hitting the gym and then just like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain, but I'm not seeing results. But then it just happens and you start losing weight, you start gaining muscle. It takes time. So please be kind and patient to yourself. Okay, group number 3, you are on the right path. You really are. King of Wands, you're moving forward. You're doing, yep, 3 of Wands, King of Wands, 3 of Wands, a lot of fire energy. Could be a lot of fire signs here. The Star card. When I say you guys have the green light, and then you got the 8 of Swords reverse, I love that for you guys, because this is actually you breaking free of overthinking and being negative and having destructive thinking patterns that was actually not allowing you to grow. And if you have been having some hard times with your mind playing tricks on you, saying that you don't deserve things, or anxiety, this is a friendly reminder that all of this is in your head. You're actually going to get a very positive response. And even if somebody says no to your application or you submitting something, somebody else is going to say yes. The whole point of this message is please be patient, because there's something going on with group number 3. If you're not being patient with this process, you're going to actually make yourself more sad, because you're going to feel like you're failing, when in actuality, Spirit is just gearing things up and preparing things for you so you can go forward. But you won't know that unless you see this as all of this is going to take time. Everything that I want is going to take time. Even if you see people that get rich the very next day, or they have like quick success, or they go viral, we don't know what they went through behind closed doors to bring them to that moment. And even if they didn't go through anything, God said it was their time to have that. Or they could be having a planetary placement, a transit, if you will, that says this blessing belongs to you right now. But that doesn't mean you're doomed to not have something yourself. It's just going to take some time. So again, I keep saying it, but be patient. Please, please, please be patient. This is not happening against you. This is happening for you. 10 of Swords reverse. There's a fear here of falling into toxic patterns if you're not showing this situation or showing yourself grace. Okay, because 10 of Swords, we don't want to see that. The Devil card is actually your ego. The Devil card is not some boogeyman in your reading that's going to come in and try to tempt you. It's more so of you letting maybe your shadow side take over too much, because we all have our shadow side. We all have our light and dark. It coexists. One cannot exist without the other, right? This is a friendly reminder to not slip into that energy that we like to step into, like our ego, or righteous energy, or all of that stuff that isn't really going to help us grow or evolve. Okay, Nothing wrong with being a little humble or having a humble moment, okay? But still remembering who you are and having confidence in you. So I love that showed up here, but Spirit is saying, make sure that you're being careful, because the more that you feel that nothing's happening for you, everything's, you know, a good example of this is a woman that wants to get married and have kids, but she goes on a few dates and all of them have been trash. They have all been terrible. And rather than just saying, you know what, those were a couple of bad experiences, that doesn't mean that I'm never going to have a good experience, she decides to write off all men and say all men are trash and this is terrible and I'm never going to be happy. And the universe hears that, oh, you're never going to be happy, you're never going to have the things that you want. Okay, bet. And then you just affirmed all of your fears, because that's what the devil does. The devil is going to like put something in front of you and make it seem like it's a blessing, and then you find out that it's actually a curse, or it's not what you thought it was going to be. But it's only going to materialize because you are not believing that God has things in store for you and God is moving mountains for you. You started doubting that. You started doubting God. So when you doubt God, here comes the devil like, well, I have this right here. And then you're going to think that's a blessing. You're going to run to that, and then you're going to find out that it was a trap, or you're going to run into your own destruction. And I hate to say that word, but we have to trust in the process rather than trying to rush through it. So with you picking the peach moonstone, this is a friendly reminder. Please give yourself a big hug and give yourself grace during this time. Love during this time. It will all unfold as it needs to. Okay? You're building right now. You're growing something right now. Cut yourself some slack. It will happen when it's supposed to. You continue to keep taking the first step and doing what needs to be done, checking everything off your list and being persistent. It will happen. Anyways, thank you guys so much for sitting with me. I hope this reading brought you clarity. It definitely brought me clarity, and I hope it resonated. Leave a comment down below if it did. I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you so much, and we'll be back with another one. Bye.